I don't remember exactly, but yeah, that's how you get Ender Eyes. So that's how you craft them. And their little gimmick, and is very cool in my opinion, is they are multi-dimensional chests. So you can create an Ender chest, put one in the overworld, create another one, put it in the Nether or the End, and then you could say open this one up and say you want to put in some bottles of enchanting if you could somehow manage to get some of those. So you throw that in the overworld chest. Now you head into the Nether, open this one up. Hey, look, they're there. So you might be thinking like, oh, I just put the same amount of bottles in each thing. Or maybe you're not thinking that because you actually read the snapshots, but as you can see, this one is gone. So the inventory is persistent you across all dimensions. So it's very useful for transporting things. Uh, like say you had like a first aid kit or like something like a safety kit, like they had armor and a sword and something, just emergency stuff. And you wanted a set of that in every dimension without recreating it 3 times. So say you put like one set of it into this chest and you get in trouble in the Nether and you run and you grab your diamond armor and everything from the chest, you're good to go. So that's great. I can also see it being useful for trading and stuff like that. As far as I understand, in multiplayer, it's it's basically universal, so anyone who has an ender chest is able to access the inventory. So you can't really have private chest links unless there is some kind of add-on made or they changed it since I last read about it. But it is very cool. Moving down the line, this is the new gravel texture. Um, I didn't think they could do it, but they made it uglier. Gravel is the worst looking block in my opinion, and this is terrible. But some people might like it, so why not? I don't know why they need to change it, but no, they did it to cobble, and I got used to it, so whatever. They also added new stair types, one for each of the different colors of wood, so birch and all that good stuff, redwood, and they also added sandstone steps. Uh, yeah, and coming back here, this is a tripwire, and you can create these or find them in jungle temples. And basically, how they work is you have two of them on opposing walls, and now you can take string and place it like any other block. And if you have two tripwires, it creates tension between the string, and when you step on it, it activates this tripwire. So I'll just use redstone as a demonstration. It basically activates a signal coming from either block. You could hook it up over here, hook it up over here, and the tripwire does not get destroyed when you step through it. It merely, you just walk over it. It's getting dark here, but that's not a huge deal. But so I made a little tech demonstration here on how to utilize a tripwire. So say you're walking down a tunnel and you're kind of moving pretty fast, or it's dark and you're not paying attention. I kind of spoiled it for you guys, but you're not paying attention and you step over the tripwire, and a wall drops and starts unloading arrows into you. So I didn't actually load arrows in because I'm lazy, but yeah, that's an example. I have the tripwire hooks inset to the wall so they're not obvious because the string is hard to see. So if I remove these torches, you know, you would have a difficult time seeing the tripwire. So I am going to just light this up because this is the last part of my demonstration. It is by no means the last thing in the update, but I will have a changelog in the description as I always do. I'm just trying to cover some of the major bases. So they changed the way dispensers interact with different objects. So in each of these dispensers, I have a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. And before, if I would have hit this switch, it would have popped out a bucket of lava. But now, if I hit this switch, oops, there we go. I kind of, oh, I didn't know it absorbed it. That's cool. I kind of learned something new. Basically, it will actually dump the bucket of water out of the dispenser. So I kind of have it backwards here, or odd, but there we go. Now, when you hit a dispenser and have a bucket of water in there, it will actually push out the block of water instead of the bucket full of water. Same with lava here. Um, like I said, I didn't know, but it actually, if you hit the switch twice, it will absorb the bucket back. So that's pretty cool. You could use that in a lot of ways. And coming back to the other half, they also changed the way boats and mine carts work with dispensers. So now my pool wasn't big enough here, but you see what I did. Instead of popping out a boat in item form, it actually popped out a boat in ready to go form. So if you had one of these next to a lake, you would hop out a boat and be good to go. Same with mine carts. So automated stations I think are going to be a lot better. Will soon be able to hit a button, a cart will pop out, and then you hop in, and then after a delay, it will activate some powered minecart or mine rails or something. I can see that being cool. But yeah, that's very awesome. I think it'll kind of can change up things. So instead of having like some kind of piston system to have a toggleable water thing, you can actually just absorb it into a dispenser and push it out whenever you need to. But yeah, I've pretty much covered everything. Oh yeah, I said I would come back to this. Pretty much covered everything in terms of new blocks, or talked about it at least. But I have one more major thing to cover, and we'll do it in the dark because I'm too lazy to throw it on a bed. But the new thing is trading. I talked about this before, but basically what trading is if you encounter a Testificate village exactly like this, and you see some of your buddy old pals walking around, you just simply right click on them and they will offer you a trade. So this guy wants 16 wool from me and he will give me 1 emerald. So that's how emeralds work as currency. I currently don't have any wool, so I'm gonna go talk to one of these guys. How you doing down there? This guy wants to offer me a leather chest plate for 4 emeralds. So if I trade him like that, he remains in the floor, excited, I guess, and I get my tunic. Something I've already done with this guy, but once you trade with a Testificate, he will kind of have like a particle effect, like similar to a nether, like little uh, purple swirls coming out of him, and he will unlock a different trade. So this guy now wants 19 coal for an emerald. But if you trade with villagers, you get better trades over time, stuff like that. If I can find any more villagers, like this one, don't you run from me, you will get different things. So I just traded a whole stack of emeralds for a bunch of redstone, and he's probably happy because redstone's easy to find. Oh, see, there's the particle effect I was talking about. He unlocked a new trade, so I'm going to head over to him. Now, see, that's useful. You can now buy glowstone. So instead of heading into the nether and risking your life, you can now trade some simple minerals and get some glowstone from the guy. I'm not sure how trading and leveling up works. Maybe it's just 1 trade per. See, this guy now wants gold for emerald and stuff like that. So that's a very awesome feature. I'm sorry a quarter of this video was in the dark, but I'm sure you can see it. And that's it. Go and enjoy 1.3. Not that you need my permission. And see you guys next time.